Have you ever walked into someone's home and felt something shift inside you? Not because it was decorated beautifully or expensively, but simply because it was clean, completely, effortlessly clean. And the person who lives there was not expecting you. They had not spent the weekend preparing. This is simply how their home always looks, and you find yourself wondering how. What is different about them? Are they more disciplined? Do they have more time? Or have they quietly figured out something that most people never do? Here is what I want you to understand today. Those people are not just tidier. They are operating from an entirely different psychological framework. And once you understand that framework, you'll never look at a clean home or a messy one the same way again. Let us start with your brain. Because this is where everything begins. Your brain is constantly receiving signals from the environment around you. Every object in your space is sending information to your nervous system. There's a concept in environmental psychology called cognitive load, the total amount of mental effort your brain is using at any given moment. And here's what research consistently shows. Physical clutter competes for your attention even when you are not consciously thinking about it. Every pile of unwashed dishes, every stack of unread mail, every piece of clothing draped over a chair, your brain registers all of it as unfinished business. And unfinished business is mentally expensive. A study from Princeton University found that visual clutter overloads the brain's visual cortex and actively impairs your ability to focus and process information. Your messy room is not just irritating. It is literally making you less sharp and more mentally fatigued every single day. Now flip that around. When your environment is clean and ordered, your brain gets to rest. That is why people who maintain a clean home are not just tidier, they think more clearly. They feel calmer. Their environment works for them, not against them. But I want to go deeper than this. Because when we talk about people who always keep a clean home, we are not really talking about people who love scrubbing floors. Let us be honest, who actually enjoys vacuuming every other day? We are talking about people who have discovered, consciously or not, that controlling their environment is one of the most reliable ways to maintain a sense of control over their own life. Think about how much of your life is genuinely outside your control. The economy, traffic, other people's behavior, what your boss decides in a meeting. Most of life is unpredictable. And for many people, that unpredictability creates a constant, quiet anxiety, a background hum of stress that never fully disappears. But your home, that you can control. The state of your kitchen counter, whether your bed is made, whether the bathroom has been wiped down, those things are entirely within your domain. And every time you restore your space to order, you send a powerful signal to your nervous system. I am in charge here. I can handle things. Everything is okay. In psychology, this connects directly to what is known as the locus of control. People with a strong internal locus of control, meaning they believe their actions genuinely shape their outcomes, experience less anxiety, greater motivation, and more resilience. And one of the simplest ways to reinforce that belief every single day is to take ownership of your immediate environment. Now I want to bring up something I believe is the real key to understanding this behavior. And it connects to what I return to constantly on this channel: identity. People who always keep a clean home are not doing it because they enjoy the act of cleaning. Most of them would tell you they do not. They do it because somewhere along the way, through repeated action and consistent follow-through, they internalized a belief about who they are. They became the kind of person who keeps a clean home. And once that becomes part of your identity, the behavior becomes almost automatic. Behavioral psychology is very clear on this point. We act in alignment with who we believe we are. If you believe you are a disorganized person, someone who simply cannot keep things tidy, what happens? You let things pile up. You tell yourself that is just how you are. But here's what I need you to hear. Identity is not fixed. Identity is built through evidence. And the evidence comes from your actions. Every time you wipe down the counter after cooking, you are laying one more brick in the identity of someone who takes care of their space. Every time you make your bed in the morning, you are telling your brain, I am someone who follows through on commitments to myself. Do that enough times and your brain has no choice but to update its picture of who you are. There is something else that rarely gets discussed: the sensory experience of a clean environment. Because this is not just a cognitive benefit. It is physical. Nervous system level, think about what it actually feels like to walk into a clean room. The visual clarity, the open space, the absence of that low-level visual noise that clutter constantly creates. There is something about a clean, ordered environment that communicates safety to your nervous system. It signals things are handled. You can rest now. This is why hospitals, meditation centers, and high-end spas are all obsessively clean and uncluttered. It is not merely aesthetic. It is neurological. A clean environment actively supports your brain's ability to regulate, calm down, and recover from the stress of the day. Research published in the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that people who described their homes as cluttered had measurably higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, throughout the day compared to those who describe their homes as restful. The state of your home is affecting your baseline stress level. Every single hour you spend inside it, here is something I want you to stop believing right now. People who always keep a clean home are not more disciplined than you. They are not operating on some extraordinary level of willpower that you have not yet reached. When you observe someone with a consistently clean home, you are not watching discipline. You are watching automation. You are watching someone whose habit has become as natural as brushing their teeth. A 2009 study, published in the European Journal of Social Psychology, found that it takes an average of 66 days for a new behavior to become truly automatic, to shift from something you consciously choose to do into something your brain simply does on its own. That is the transition you are aiming for. Not more discipline, more automation. So how do you actually get there? 3 things. First, shrink the start. The biggest reason people do not clean consistently is that they wait until the mess is overwhelming. Then the task feels so large they cannot begin. So never let it reach that point. Wipe the counter right after cooking. Wash the dishes right after eating. When the mess never grows, the maintenance is minimal. You are not cleaning. You are simply maintaining. Second, habit stack. Attach the new behavior to something that already exists in your routine. You already make coffee every morning. Wipe the counter while it brews. You already brush your teeth at night. Clean the bathroom sink right after. You are not building a new habit from scratch. You are attaching a new behavior to an existing trigger. Third, make it something you actually look forward to. Do not approach cleaning as punishment. Your brain will avoid anything that feels like a penalty. Put on music you love. Make yourself a drink. Turn it into a ritual rather than a chore. I want to close with something I believe is the most important idea in this entire video. Your home is not just where you live. It is a physical expression of what you believe you deserve. When your space is clean, you are sending yourself a message every single day. I live here. This matters. I matter. People who always keep a clean home are not rigid or obsessive. They have simply decided that their environment reflects their inner world and that it is worth protecting. They have chosen, quietly and consistently, to show up for themselves. So here is what I would like you to try over the next 7 days. Choose just one space in your home and maintain it every single day. The kitchen, the bedroom, wherever you spend the most time. Do that for 1 week. Then tell me it has not changed something in you. Tell me it has not shifted how you feel when you walk into that room in the morning. Because this is not really about a clean room. It is about becoming the kind of person who shows up for themselves. And that changes everything. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.